Hi everyone, I'm Melissa McKay, and on this week's discussion board, I decided to do the topic, what was the importance of religion in early America as a cohesive social bond? Well, religion has always been a social bond for many around the world, whether it was in early times or even in modern times. But religion has also played a huge role within the social change. Now, going back to Luther, when he nailed those 92 Theses on the church door, it's just my belief, but I don't think he set out to change the religious world and to come up with a whole new religious movement. I think he just wanted the Catholic Church to clean up their business and move forward. He thoroughly believed in the church. However, he wasn't happy with the way the church was going. So from this small movement, or this small act actually, he put into to motion a huge change that went across Europe and eventually came here to America. And the reason why it came here to America is because there was a huge movement going along, or a movement going along which really hadn't stopped since the beginning of the Protestant movement, with religious persecution. If you did not believe what that sovereign believed, or what that the ruler of your country believed, you were persecuted. And persecution went through not just, being exiled from your home country or something like that, but I mean, we're talking like burning at the stake, we're talking beheadings, or you name it, it probably happened to them. But in early Europe, the translation of the sacred text into everyday non-scholarly language empowered people to shape their religions to the way that they wanted them to be shaped. And they brought that over here to America, and it continues to this day. That's why we still have different fractions or factions of religions, and that's why sometimes there's a non-denominational, because there's a piece of this, a piece of this, and a piece of this, which makes it non-denominational. You're just a Christian. However, there are still those that have the hard-lined, Catholics, Baptists, Lutheranism, Methodist, Presbyterian. We have all those other sort of religions going on that came here from the early periods of our country, which is absolutely, to me, it's exciting and it's fascinating. But disagreements between religions and instances of religious persecution led to mass resettlements, which is what happened here in America, war, and even genocide, which we experienced in World War II with the Jews. However, religion ideally serves several different functions. It gives meaning and purpose of life for people. Karl Marx also said religion was the opiate of the masses. He believed that religion was nothing more than a drug that was given to people in order to help them function and get through everyday life and explain stuff that was unexplainable. He was of a different kind, but that was his view on it, and that was his socialist view. Religion also reinforces social unity and stability. It's coming to that core unit of family, church, community, and again, I call it a core unit, but it is. It's the core of the foundation of what people live by today. It was also an agent of social control. What's meant by that is that social control was what your minister or your preacher said was law, because it was spoken, it was God's law. Take, for instance, the Puritans. The Puritans left England because they were so upset with the way that the Protestant movement was going, that they came here to America. And they landed around the East Coast, around the Boston area, the Massachusetts area, and they started their religion. They stripped it down. They went straight back to the basics. There was no frills. There was no ornamentation. There was, strict adherence to Scripture. There was prayer a couple times a day, and what that minister said on that pulpit was basic law. Again, they went back to what the Scripture said, and they lived strictly by that. Again, the name Puritan. And that was one reason why they left England, was because of this. They were being persecuted, and they, again, did not like in which the way the religious movement was going, or the religion was going. Now, I'm always one of these people that like to put like little analogies and stuff, but birds of a feather flock together. And so when the social cohesion comes in, is Where did the Puritans land? The Puritans landed in Boston or along the major East Coast portals. We've got William Penn, the Quakers. They turned around and went to Pennsylvania. Hence the name of the state, Pennsylvania. He even had a state named after him. They were Quakers. That's where they mingled at. You've got a lot of the Anglican, the Church of England, the Anglicans, who were in North Carolina and South Carolina. I mean, they had those places locked up. You've also got you've got the Catholics coming here. You've got you've got Spanish, you've got French, you've got the Dutch, you've got the German. Everybody's coming to the New World to escape some sort of religious persecution. Well, when you come, you don't come by yourself. You come with other people. So they brought their units with them and they made settlements. They joined other settlements, and it helped build the backbone of what we have today as America and our tolerances. We knew we needed to have tolerance in order to survive. You had to tolerate that Protestant or that Catholic that was your neighbor or whatever to get along. And it worked. They did not have to answer to anybody except themselves and to God, into their own unit, their own Christian unit. It was extremely important. I believe it's still important today. Again, the birds of a feather flock together. We've got the same goals, the same morals, the same aspirations, the same home standard livings. And it still holds true today. And I don't know if we'll ever move from that, but it seems to be working. So thank you.